Alright guys, the XRP price situation has changed quite drastically overnight here, so today I want to give you guys an update on that, what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and what the price is going to do next. But also, we are still giving away, we're actually again giving away 100 XRP. We already announced 2 small XRP winners yesterday, we'll be announcing 2 more. But if you want to enter into this new 100 XRP giveaway, all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, make sure you comment something down below, as your comment is going to be your entry ticket, and follow me over on Twitter, TheDustyBC. And this time, our like requirement is 1200, and let's get into the video. So, yes, the situation has changed quite drastically, however you want to say that, as if we take a look at the 1 day here, we drew a Fibonacci from the previous move here, and what was interesting was that we did hit the 4.236 here on the fib level, and we were expecting a kind of correction towards 44 cents, right? I don't have it in here perfectly right now, but just trust me when I say 44. Here you can see it once more. If we check the Fibonacci from the most recent move here to the top, we were thinking about correcting to about 44 cents. You can see it in here. This is a Fibonacci extension level. The 0.618, that's where we all expect it to go. However, as you can obviously see as well, my red line here, my support, is drawn at about 45.8. And the big problem there is that we didn't touch or test the Fibonacci. We tested a little bit above that, another support all the way from 2018. And the good point about it is, all right, we didn't go a couple of cents lower and there was no chance to breach this level. The bad side to it is, for healthy markets, you need to correct and you need to test supports and you need to test levels. And since we didn't hit or test this crucial level, we don't know if that one is actually solid and we don't know if that one will actually stay. However, the reason I am making this video, because we all knew that already, is on the hourly here, you can see a drastic shift in pace. So what we kind of expected again was it hitting a top somewhere. I expected 92 cents. It did on Coinbase. On here, it hit the Fibonacci at about 79 cents or so. Again, that's not this chart. It's on the daily, like we just showed. On this one, the Fibonacci, you can see from the previous run, this is where it hit that perfectly. Again, there was one higher to go, but it did not occur. However, since we thought it was going to correct to about 44 cents, my game plan was to have a lot of buys in this demand zone and then just buy my way up, all right? Buy everything in here and then get ourselves some nice position. However, the bad thing that happened is we only went in there once and there was only 3 hours in which you could have accumulated more, and I'm assuming a lot of us didn't get our bags full in this area just quite yet, which brings up the point, will we go there again and can we get more? Well, if this did not occur here, I would have really had a different opinion about the situation, but okay, let me explain to you guys what occurred. So we had our top. We went sideways for a little bit. It was most likely just testing again, but as you can see here, it's kind of the same move, but we didn't reach as high, so there's most likely already some interesting resistance lying here as well, which we haven't drawn in the chart. However, after that, it couldn't even get there again because we got rejected from this resistance twice, and we fell back down. We fell below our zone. At least we entered it. We tested the bottom. We fell below because, again, we breached. We kept staying in there. This is just kind of, the 101 behind it all. We fell through. We kept falling through. We kept falling through, testing a support level that is actually above or just above the Fibonacci extension level, which I did not like, but we tested it 3 times and we actually did not have the same type of pattern that happened here. We actually did break above it again. And what happened now by breaking above it is we actually tested the upper zone, the next zone again now, which made me think that things are actually having another pretty damn bullish outlook from here on forward. And I kind of did not expect that, all right? I was actually expecting this to keep continuing on, this momentum to follow through and just keep testing this level to further on break towards the next fib level here at about 44 cents, as we said before. But we actually tested the upper zone, which I kind of did not expect to happen so soon. So of course we did get rejected. We have some stronger resistance here as well, which is clear to be seen. I again did not add anything to this chart. This was all in here already before, which is again kind of cool to see how things are lining up pretty perfectly. And we got fallen back down. How we say that? We fell back down. However, this time, again, if we see the very short-term levels here, we actually did get our bottom here just a little bit above our previous bottom here. So in my opinion, it could be that we're forming a new base here and gonna try test this a couple more times right now and hopefully breach it. If we do stay above 62 cents, there's a good chance we're gonna be testing that 79 cents level again. If we do test this 45-cent level again, there's a good chance we're gonna follow through to about 44. And if we do that, then things are off the handle and we have to go and look for a little bit of a new strategy. Hitting it won't matter, that could be a good thing, but falling through and possibly getting another candle to open below our zone here at about, maybe let's say 41 cents or so, something like that, that would definitely not be good. So what was our game plan? Well, our game plan up till now was to buy within this zone and get ourselves on the way upwards. However, we might already be too late for that. It's kind of looking like that. It's kind of looking like we're already too late to buy in our quote-unquote correction, and we're going to test this again. But if we do test this again, we're just going to have to watch if we actually, get higher than what we saw before. And if we do breach the level here, there's a good chance I'm going to take on a little bit of a long position and hopefully go for gains at least to this point. So let's say, for example, something like this here, which I want to briefly take another nice little 10% or so profit. But yeah, I'm definitely not going to be taking any trade here in the middle of this. You could try to pinpoint the top here and try short and then try grab the way back upwards again as well by going then from here to here. It's risky. It's a very risky business, and I'm personally not going to be taking it. However, there is a 17% or so profit to be taken, and for example, you could try, at least again, you can try to long this, for example, with margins like this, right? Where let's actually put here a ratio of 1 to about 3 or something like that. If you time the bottom here a little bit, let's go for a 1 to 3 ratio. Let's go for something like this and this. There we go. This could be a trade that you could take, for example, where you try to buy near the bottom again if we test this, and you have your stop loss a little bit below the current levels we've hit 3 times already. The kind of scary part is we could see another one of these candles happening to the bottom of the zone, so I would definitely not suggest this too much. However, you open your position here, you're waiting to close at the top here, making yourself 18% with a 6% loss open, which is still a ratio of 3. I personally like the ratio of 3 here, first of all because 3 is kind of amazing, but also because this has your highest chance of succeeding inside here. Or if you're going to go a little bit smaller, everything is going to get more dangerous as well, right? Because if you're not allowing for this much of an open, then what are you doing it for? Because you can't really place a stop. If you place a stop here or something like that, it's all not going to work. So your only option is to then go for a stop, on the lines of something like this, where you open at about 44, hoping for a quick and perfect rejection of 44-cent support, and you're going to try long it all the way to somewhere like here or something like that, The thing is, though, I can't say that's going to work. It might, and it will pay off really, really amazing if it does. But that's something that happens in books more so than in practice. If you're going to try something like this, there's a good chance you're going to miss it or do something wrong or not get it done perfectly. And you'll lose a lot of money because there's a 9% downside to this one, even though it has a 60% up. But I definitely would not recommend this unless you're a really, really risky guy. But that's definitely not going to be me. And I'm not going to be trying to time this in the middle here as well. I'm waiting for a breakout to either side, and then we'll hop onto that wave, as that's most likely going to be determining what we're doing here. Some, however, might argue that Bitcoin is the bigger picture here, which might also be true. What we're analyzing now is XRP from the idea that XRP can decide its own moves and actually falls back to, Fibonacci levels and follows patterns, but it is not completely proven that it actually does. To a certain degree, this can be lucky. To a certain degree, this can all be kind of coincidental, following BTC's rushes and falls. So another thing you could do for yourself to make yourself stay sane is just analyze Bitcoin, see what that one is doing. If we see a huge surge in Bitcoin, well, we might be seeing that again in XRP. And on the 1 hour here, which you shouldn't take too seriously, by the way, we might seeing again this as a bottom that we just hit here, and actually reversing, getting ourselves a nice little uptrend going on from right now. Let me quickly draw that a little bit more perfectly. There we go, another little uptrend being made. Who knows, guys? I can't really tell for sure. Kind of looks like we are going to be seeing something like that, but yeah, it's all the faith of the charts instead of the cards. So what do you guys think about the situation though? Then I have a couple other cool things here which I saw. US Treasury Department proposal on an existential threat to Bitcoin. This is just the situation of self-hosted crypto wallets that they find a threat, or no, yeah, that they find a threat, and that is also an existential threat to Bitcoin if they really want to pump this through, because they have a draft going on, and Coinbase already let go an article a little bit earlier, or a barrage of tweets saying this could be very scary for all the users, as if an exchange wants to let you withdraw, they're going to need you to prove that it is your address that you're withdrawing to, which I find kind of dumb. I mean, what if you want to withdraw to somebody else? You know, you just want to give somebody else money. You're like, okay, I'm using this Coinbase here as a kind of a host of my money. I just want to pay somebody and you want to withdraw. You're going to have to prove it's your wallet that you're withdrawing to before you can then send it out, which is kind of stupid, right? I don't really get that whole situation. So I don't like it personally, but right, everybody got their thing. It's a threat. Yes, I would not like if that were to happen. But right, ECB warns the future of money is at stake as Facebook preps January crypto launch. That is still in the pipeline here, so that's going to be coming up as well. Could be something very good for crypto. Could be something very, very bad. It's still, in my opinion, a hard one to tell as well. The thing is, you know, Libra and every crypto project related is another huge boost for crypto adoption, because a lot of people will be kind of forced onto it and they'll hear about it. On the contrary, it is not our traditional crypto. It is not any of the crypto we like and love. It doesn't have the heart of crypto like the rest does. So from that perspective, I'm like, well, what's the good side to it, right? The only good side is that it brings more people on. But with PayPal, you actually have people buying at least the coins that we love, right? Or getting into it. But yeah, on the contrary, I mean, yeah, you guys are trying to see what I'm trying to say? I don't know though. There's also so much fright or so much scariness, whatever is the word for it in English, I don't know, about the project, because people think Facebook is already kind of a shitty company in the sense of their ads and their privacy. And right now they're doing something with crypto. They're going to mess it up. They're going to make people more afraid of crypto, as there's going to be so much bad news on Facebook's Libra. I don't know, I'm thinking about those situations a lot, guys. On the same note, by the way, of things that might not be that cool or might be kind of scary, Chinese police seize 1% of Bitcoin's total supply. Crypto assets worth more than 4.2 billion have been seized by Chinese police over the Plus token Ponzi scheme. That's of course a lot of money, but the more interesting point I kind of thought about here is, what if more and more money gets seized by authorities because of some certain thing, and all of a sudden, like 10% after, let's say, 5 years or so, maybe 20 years, pick something, I don't know, is then locked or held by governments and stuff like that. And they say they won't touch it, which maybe they can't, but they're just going to try to seize as much of it. The thing is, a lot of us have said, no, they can never seize all crypto, and they can't, but they can seize a lot of it. And also, we saw a couple of tweets earlier about the party that's happening over in China. Hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say with that. The party in China, that they can actually control Bitcoin if they wanted to. How? Well, four mining companies in China own more than 50% of the Bitcoin, right? And if you take the top like 6 companies or so, or 8 companies, I don't remember, they most likely have like 60 to 80% of all the mining power. I think really 80% of all the mining power is in China. Don't quote me on that one. I don't know for sure. The thing is though, there's some talks, and Brad Garlinghouse agrees with me on this one, that they can control it if they wanted to. And I'm also thinking, what did they force them to, give it over or to, follow along with their ideals? Pompliano said, well, they can force these companies to stop. They can force these companies to do this, that, but they cannot force the companies to do certain actions. And I disagree with that one. I think this, I don't want to say the name out loud of the party, that's there in that region. However, I do think that they have a good chance, actually a very good chance, of just being able to manipulate those companies to do exactly what they want, because, well, if you don't listen, you're going to get messed up, and to a certain degree, as a company, if I were to be operating there, if an authority were to just say, either comply with what we want, which might not be good for you, but it will certainly be very profitable, might not be good for your image, but you'll make a lot of money doing it, How do you follow along with that? Or we shut you down and you're going to get prison time or something like that. Well, I don't know if you guys can guess what I would choose, but it's definitely going to be the definitely going to be the first option. And with that in mind, I do still consider and I do still think that they can have a lot of influence, and I'm sometimes afraid of that a little bit. And here about Stellar here, talking about stable coins like Facebook. First stablecoins in Brazil and Argentina launched. I'm actually really bullish on Stellar as well. Some people, they didn't know that, but I'm actually very bullish on Stellar as well. They have Stellar and Ripple, the same founders, not the same kind of directors anymore, but the same founders. And both coins have a lot of good fundamentals, right? I love them both. I hold them both. I hold a lot more crypto, but these two are my main prized possessions for right now, as Bitcoin doesn't have the longevity. Ethereum is kind of overpriced with the congestion and the situation that's going on right now. And yeah, I guess ADA is also a good hold. VeChain is a good hold. They're always in my list here, right? On the side here, these are the ones I primarily hold and primarily look out for, as those are ones I really see the future highly of. So yeah, that was it for today though. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And we'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter though. And also thank you all for becoming channel members. I just wanted to quickly say that as well.